I'm sorry, Jonathan. Mr. Hampton needs me right now.
Come on, you bastard! You can do better than that! Nah! It's my turn!
Rotten or pristine, each heart contains the seeds of life. Drink at this river, try it all.
Oh, come on, you bastard! I won't bite!
Sir, please. You've lost too much blood. Calm yourself.
You think I didn't notice? Stop your staring and get me to an hospital, you arse!
I've a mind to let you bleed out. Good luck then, sir.
All right, sorry. I am in pain here. Me guts are spilling out onto the street and you're yabbering on.
Yes. That's a very nasty wound you've got there. Take my word, I am a doctor. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Name's Clay Cox. I'd appreciate you helping me to a better place, Doc.
Follow me, Mr. Cox. Let me assist you to that better place.
Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death.
In the back, you bastard! Didn't have the guts to fight me. Fuck you. I'll kill you. I'll kill you.
To taste a life, to embrace its most intimate secrets. Such a burden, such a divine sin.
Hurry up.
It's locked. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right. Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed,
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague? Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. But I used to be a real doctor.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
Торговец, мать его. Торговать с ним рано, да и нечем, да и нахуй он нужен вообще, я думаю, это линейной игре. Блять, стали делать игры, ебать тебе в жопу. Делать игры линейными, блядь. Подумать, эпидемия, какой к черту вампир он может быть? Какой к черту вампир, когда идет эпидемия? Да, алло. Привет, привет. Ага. Понятно. Собрался, Лариска тоже собралась со мной. Да слышу я тебе, я уж думаю, когда позвонишь ты. Когда позвонишь. То, что я знал, то, что воды не будет. Ну скажу, конечно. Ну я плохо, что вообще я. Ну не то, что вообще, ну просто уже ноги просто болят вообще. Сейчас перепад температуры еще видно идет. Ну не знаю. Сегодня просто встал, опять шея болит конкретно. В локте отдает. Рентген мы в прошлый раз делали, когда я ходил, это было давно еще. Я ничего не боюсь. Давай, Михаил. А завтра у нас опять не будет воды.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
Пидорас ты, блядь, конченый. Блядь. Да ёбаный ты, блядь. Да ёбаный ты мусорочел, блядь. Да ёбаный ты мокрощел, блядь. Да, блядь, заебали, ведь убьет тварь, блядь. Пидорасы, блядь. Пидорасы, блядь. Пидорасы, блядь. Блядь. Блядь, уебла эта хуйня. Сука дебильная ты, блядь, тварь. Давай, пидорас, ебучий ты пидорас. Не вампир ты, а пидорас, блядь. Ну что это, блядь. Вот сам смотрел эту игру, блядь, на ютубе, сколько раз ее гандоны всякие проходили, блядь. Сейчас сам пидорас прохожу ее, блядь, и чувствую себя полным пидорасом, блядь. Блядь, это пиздец. Это пиздец сделать такую игру, блядь. Это только может ее сделать корявый еблан, блядь, в кожаных лаптях, блядь. Сука. Дебилы, блядь. Такой галимый проект выпустить. Ну хотя, блядь, иногда надо выпускать, потому что, блядь, есть такие люди, которые все это про вампиров верят, блядь. Что-то терпят, терпилы какие-то, блядь. Этот доктор вонючий, нахуй мне усрался. Здесь все забрали, тут нихуя нет.
It's locked, all right.
Да и хуй с ним. Игра чисто приставочная, чисто, блядь, приставочная. Играть на компьютере за 5 миллионов в такую игру, это, блядь, вообще нереально. Да даже на плейке купить ее вообще-то говно. Ее можно купить только, блядь. Ты ёб твою мать-то, блядь. Почему он тебя хуярит-то, блядь? Лось ты ебучий, блядь. Лось ты ебучий, блядь. Да и лось ты ебучий, блядь. Лось ты ебаный, блядь. Ты чё, тварь, блядь? Бля, пизда. Просто пизда, блядь. Лось ебучий. Давай, лось ты ебаный, блядь. Пидор ты комнатный, блядь. Блядь, дебил, сука. Просто дебил комнатный, блядь. Ничего не может сделать. Ничего, блядь. Пидор ебаный,
Doctor,
блядь.
where have you been? I've little time to play hide and seek with new staff members, no matter how illustrious they may be.
I apologize, nurse. I needed some time to myself. This has been the longest and strangest night of my life.
You delivered poor Mr. Hampton from a terrible fate. The means to that end should be of little concern, Doctor.
Thank you, nurse. What can I do for you?
Dr. Swansea insisted we provide you a quiet office. You'll find it on the second floor with your name on the door.
Thank you. Nurse Crane, isn't it?
Yes, Dorothy Crane. Welcome to Pembroke Hospital, Dr. Reed. Your office has been prepared.
I would like to ask a few questions first. And Mr. Hampton, the patient we brought in, how does he fare?
I gave him a sedative to help him sleep. Poor thing was in quite a state of shock.
If you could point me in the direction of my room again, nurse.
Second floor of the hospital, left after the stairs. It's the last vacant office at the end of the corridor.
What kind of man is Dr. Swansea?
Well, you accepted the job from him. I thought you would have known about your employer.
It's right to assume Dr. Swansea knows far more about me than I do about him.
You'll get to know him soon enough, and better than me. The administrator has better things to do than mix with us.
Thank you, Nurse Crane.
Иди, бабка, нахуй, блядь. Иди, бабка, нахуй, блядь. С тобой разговаривать вообще не о чем. Ебать тебе в рот, блядь. Просто пизда, не игра, блядь.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'm new here.
I've already heard about you, Dr. Reed. I'm Milton Hooks, the ambulance driver for this shithole of a hospital.
That's quite a blunt introduction, Mr. Hooks.
You can call me Milton. I like to speak my mind, Dr. Reed. Perk of the job. Don't judge me, and I won't judge you.
I'm not sure I understand what you're talking about.
Well, I'm no doctor, but I'm pretty sure a gun can't be used as a surgical instrument.
You have a keen eye. I learned to shoot during the war, and have carried one ever since. Old habits die hard.
No need to explain, Dr. Reed. And if you ever need a better gun, remember, I may have something for you.
Goodbye, Milton.
Давай с кем-то базарить. Блять, игра линейная, сука. Ну нахуя вы стали все это делать? Вам что это, блядь, массы век, что ли? Ёбаный в рот, блядь. Пиздец,
Dr.
дешевая
Swansea
игра,
is right.
дешевая игра.
This place seems perfect to conduct my research.
Да, блядь, тебе волвизин 100 пудей, но лучше, чем эта хуета, блядь. Блядь, что скажем, драку
Good
подальше?
evening. I'm Dr. Reed. Can I help at all?
No,
Really? Why are you here then?
I don't want to talk. My throat hurts too much.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here. Is someone taking care of you?
Yes. And no.
Could you at least tell me your name, sir?
Mortimer. Mortimer Goswick.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Goswick.
I don't want to talk, Doctor.
Он не хочет разговаривать.
I have to go now, sir.
But don't hesitate to contact me if you need any help.
Good evening, sir. Doctor.
Good evening, madam. Can I help you?
It's my son who needs you, sir.
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. How can I help your son?
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer Goswick. Could you check on him, please, Dr. Reed? I've heard much of your talents as a physician.
Тоже все блокирую.
What can you tell me about yourself, Mrs. Goswick?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all the expenses. That's all that matters.
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick.
Да ссать я хотел на всех, кем они тут работают, блядь.
How can we be sure we're making a difference?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Охуеть, чувак лежит на ссаном матрасе, а сверху положен паркет, блядь. Это охуеть
They
просто.
both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there.
Это что за дизайнер делал эту игру?
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Иди нахуй, блядь, мистер Федик.
Good evening, Mr. Fiddick.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Какой мистер
Any
Федик?
news about my operation?
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Sweet girl. Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Блядь, разбитая какая-то больная. Что за хуй?
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swans's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Да, блядь.
I have wasted too much energy for so little.
Вы что, дивизию что ли сделали, я не пойму. Только в мини-графике. Придурки, блядь.
Not now. Please come back later.
Что не заходит-то, блядь? Ну. Сейчас, блядь. Ни сейчас, ни через час, ни вообще в этой игре, нихуя. Лет всем нам было когда-то. Нам 20, можно было черт творить.
It's locked.
Заперто.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. The flower's dying. It needs water.
Топор лучше, заебись. Это заебись. Интересно одно, только можно ебашить, блядь.
It's locked.
А чё хоть надо делать-то, ебать тебя в жопу? К черту эпидемию, нахуй мне эта эпидемия нужна?
Discussed on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, Mr. Hampton. How do you feel?
Dr. Reed, is it? Oh, sir, I must apologize for my behavior.
What do you mean?
I was not myself in the factory. Fear and exhaustion made me say awful things to you, I'm afraid.
You remained perfectly nice and polite. A little delirious, perhaps. But who wouldn't be after enduring an abduction?
Thank you, Doctor. That's a relief. Now all I need to do is rest and return to my flock.
Have you made friends since you arrived?
Not really, but I recognize Miss Harriet Jones. I knew her when she lived by the docks. That poor woman had such a miserable life.
You never came to see her here at Pembroke? Receiving visits when sick can be an important part of the healing process, you know. We're not just bodies.
You're preaching to the converted now, Doctor. To be truly honest, I thought she was dead. She left the docks many months ago.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Hampton? I can't help but notice the cross around your neck.
I manage a night asylum for the poor and homeless of the docks. And I try to guide the lost and hesitant on the right path to our Lord.
Are you a priest, Mr. Hampton? A deacon, maybe?
Not at all, Doctor. I'm just a man of faith willing to preach the good word.
Why didn't you use your cross against William Bishop? To repel him somehow?
That's a very strange question, Doctor. A cross is no magical token, if that's what you were trying to say. Not mine, anyway.
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton. We'll talk again later.
Да, ребята, все не так, все не так, ребята.
Dear disgust on every...
Good evening, sir. Can I help you?
Unless you're here to fix my face. No. I don't think you can help me.
I'm Dr. Reed. I've recently taken the position of head surgeon here. War injuries, am I right?
You guessed right, Doctor. German shell took my pretty little mug right off. But they still call me Thomas Elwood.
Where were you stationed, sir? Did you serve for long?
I really don't want to talk about all this shit.
No offense. I was pushing too much. I served in France myself. I just wanted to know what happened to you.
You were an officer, weren't you? Then I doubt we fought the same war, sir. No offense.
Блять, все посылают нахуй, просто нахуй посылают. Что это за игра такая, блядь? Бабкой с этой базарить даже вообще не хочу. Им надо будить, вообще не понимаю.
Like a book. Never could keep anything from her.
И рабочий стол-то, ебать его. Где этот рабочий стол, я не пойму. Я кружусь как пес Вася, блядь. Ой, вот, блядь. Вообще, блядь, например, какого-то резидента ссаного, блядь. Просто ссаного резидента, блядь. Такое ощущение, что ребята на волне, блядь. Давай договоримся, сделали эту хуету, блядь, перед тем, как выйти резидент, блядь, второй сейчас выйдет. Ебаный по башке, блядь. Доктор Хуй.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Опять что-то я не понял, где же это хуй-то, блин?
It's locked, all right.
Please come back later.
It's locked.
Какой-то полный гальюн. Что делать-то надо? Ёбаный по голове. Блять, вот после таких дебильных игр ждешь точно Resident Evil 2, блять. Где все ясно, явно и четко, блять. Что надо делать, блять. Ну с этими ебланами тут запутаешься, блядь. Сам бы хуй не сосал, что они тут делают. Нахуй мне какое-то кровавое копье, блядь. Конечно, все подумают, кто же может быть хорошим человеком.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
Так, а что мы можем здесь сделать, я не пойму, а? Нихуя много в игре нету, блядь, нихуя. Это же обыкновенные, блядь.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?